Good evening. I'm Tavon, and this is Newsstream, where we don't just report the headlines, we help you understand how they affect your life. And tonight, we're diving into a topic that sounds like dry economics, but hits closer to home than most people realize: tariffs. Let's be honest, when you hear the word tariff, your eyes might glaze over. It sounds like something that only economists or politicians should worry about, right? But here's the truth. Tariffs matter, not just to stock markets, not just to foreign governments. They matter to you. They matter when you're at the grocery store, when you fill your gas tank, when you try to stretch your paycheck to cover everything your family needs. So let's break it down plainly, simply, and truthfully. What is a tariff? A tariff is a tax the government puts on goods that are brought into the country, also known as imports. That's it. Simple, right? But the impact? Not so simple. Let's say the US imposes a tariff on electronics made in another country. That means companies who import those electronics now have to pay extra to bring them in. What do they do next? They pass that cost on to you, the customer. So instead of paying $799 for that phone or $1,299 for that laptop, now it's $899 or $1,499. And that's not inflation. That's the tariff working its way to your wallet. Why do governments use tariffs? Great question. There are a few reasons. To protect local businesses. Governments often want to make foreign goods more expensive so that people buy American-made products instead. It's a way to protect local jobs and industries. To punish or pressure other countries. Tariffs can be used like weapons in trade disputes. If one country feels like another is being unfair, maybe manipulating currency, exploiting workers, or stealing technology, tariffs are a way to push back without going to war. To raise money. Tariffs can generate revenue for the government, but the cost gets passed to consumers. That means you're paying, whether you realize it or not. So, what does that mean for you? Let's talk real life. If you've ever looked at your grocery bill and thought, wait, why is everything more expensive? Tariffs might be part of that answer. If your favorite car brand suddenly jumps in price by thousands, or you can't afford new school clothes for your kids, that's not just economics. That's impact. Tariffs ripple through the entire supply chain, from factories to warehouses to your local store shelves. And who feels it most? Not the millionaires, not the corporations, hardworking families, moms, dads, students, seniors, small business owners, people who are already stretching every dollar. It can mean higher prices for groceries, phones, appliances, furniture, clothing, and cars, delays in shipments for products you rely on, layoffs or slowdowns in industries that depend on international parts or materials, higher costs for small businesses trying to stay afloat. All of this from a single policy decision made in a room far away from your dinner table. Who wins and who loses? That's the hard part. Sometimes American businesses win, temporarily, because tariffs can protect them from foreign competition. But often, those same businesses need parts and materials from overseas too, and they get hit with tariffs. And foreign countries? They often retaliate with tariffs of their own. So if you're a farmer trying to sell soybeans to another country, suddenly your goods are too expensive, and you lose customers. It becomes a trade war, and nobody walks away unscathed. A true story from Main Street. We spoke to Janet, a small business owner in Ohio. She runs a family-owned electronics repair shop. She told us, when tariffs hit, my parts cost more. That means my repairs cost more. I lose customers, and I can't afford to hire help. I'm trying to grow, but the rules keep changing, and I'm the one paying the price. Janet didn't vote for tariffs. She didn't approve them. But she, like millions of Americans, is living with the consequences. So what can you do? You can stay informed. You can ask questions when leaders announce new tariffs. You can look beyond the headline and say, how does this affect my family, my business, my wallet? And you can vote for leaders who consider the real-world impact of these policies, not just the political scorecard. Because in the end, tariffs aren't just about taxes or trade. They're about trust. They're about transparency. And they're about how every decision made in Washington echoes across living rooms just like yours. So the next time someone shrugs off tariffs like they're no big deal, tell them this: a tariff isn't just a number, it's a choice. And it's one that you, your family, and millions of Americans are living with every single day. This is your life. This is your economy. And this is Newsstream. I'm Tavon. Stay wise. Stay ready. Stay empowered.